In 1938, the renowned American writer Richard Wright published a collection of novellas titled Uncle Tom's Children, which included his 1936 short story Big Boy Leaves Home. Like the other stories in the collection, Big Boy Leaves Home centers on the experiences of Black people living in rural Mississippi, here focusing on a group of adolescent friends whose carefree afternoon in the countryside quickly descends into a violent nightmare. Wright juxtaposes ordinary youthful play with the senseless extreme racially motivated brutality inflicted by the whites around them, illustrating how a constant climate of threat shapes the lives of those living under it. The story unfolds in 5 parts, each gradually transforming a serene summer day into a harrowing ordeal. Part 1 begins with 4 boys Bobo, Buck, Lester, and Big Boy skipping school. As they pass through a forest, they exchange crude jokes and lie down to bask in the sun. They engage in playful wrestling before deciding to cool off by swimming. Big Boy, however, worries that the nearest swimming hole could be dangerous. They might be lynched, so he suggests instead that they get food. When the others tease him, he seizes Bobo as a hostage to make them back off, explaining that the most effective way to fight a group is to isolate its members one by one. In Part 2, the boys arrive at the swimming hole, marked with a racist sign from Old Man Harvey, forbidding Black people from swimming there. 3 of the boys hesitate, but Big Boy reasons that being near the water is almost the same as being in it, so they might as well enjoy themselves. The 4 strip and swim, then lie naked on the bank to dry and warm up. While discussing the idea of escaping north by train if Harvey discovers them, they notice a white woman nearby. Scrambling for their clothes at her feet, the boys inadvertently panic her. She screams for her husband Jim, who is a soldier with a rifle. Jim opens fire, killing Lester and Buck. In the chaos, Big Boy and Bobo wrestle the gun from him, and in the struggle, Big Boy accidentally shoots and kills Jim while the woman faints. Terrified, Big Boy and Bobo grab their clothes and flee. Part 3 begins with the boys reaching the forest. Bobo begs to stick together, but Big Boy insists they separate and hide individually, echoing his earlier divide-and-conquer strategy, now applied to himself. At home, Big Boy struggles to recount the events to his family, who fear trouble with white people. His father, Saul, scolds him for skipping school and double-checks that he never touched the white woman. Big Boy swears he did not and that no one saw him or Bobo. The family gathers the community to plan a response and discovers that Jim was Harvey's son. Big Boy asks for help to catch a train to escape, but the stations are closely monitored. Instead, he receives food, clothing, and instructions to hide in brick kilns until morning, when a man named Will drive him to Chicago. He departs, assuming the community will similarly safeguard Bobo. Part 4 depicts Big Boy's night in the kilns, terrified that bloodhounds may be tracking him. Discovering a snake in the largest kiln, he kills it in a mix of fear and rage before settling inside. As he waits for Bobo, he reflects on his mistakes, fears divine punishment, and mourns Lester and Buck. He imagines taking revenge on the lynch mob and achieving heroic notoriety. Suddenly, he overhears people outside. The mob, unable to find him at home, has set the house on fire. Carrying tar, feathers, and gasoline, they have found Bobo. Big Boy listens in horror as Bobo is tortured, tarred, and set aflame until he no longer appears human. Rain finally extinguishes the fire, but a dog's bark forces Big Boy to break its neck. The final part opens the next morning. Will arrives to pick up Big Boy, who recounts Bobo's fate. They head north, but the escape remains uncertain and incomplete. Later, Wright described the novellas in Uncle Tom's Children as an awfully naive mistake, noting that their overt morality allowed readers to simply lament the injustices without confronting their own assumptions. Learning from this, Wright resolved that his later work would be so hard and deep that they would have to face it without the consolation of tears. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.